Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Be Determined. Today we're going to be talking about the new Bingo Ultimate update, all the things that you'll be able to get in the next Bingo, and whether or not it's actually worth it. If you enjoy or you like the music, be sure to check it out in the link in the description and hit that like and subscribe button while you're down there. Let's jump into it. Alright, so Mr. Bingo showed up this morning. The event starts in 2 days, but it's not just any regular bingo event. If we click on them and we go to our bingo card, you'll notice that each reward now gives 2 bingo points, and the columns and rows give 10 bingo points. So it used to be half of that on both of those. You'd get 1 point for each one of these that you completed, 5 points for each one of these that you complete. They also added bingo rank 4, so there's a 4th bingo rank now, which gives you some new perks. Previously at rank 3, you start with a personal compactor 4000, better potion effects, and an epic bingo pet. Now at rank 4, you start with a personal compactor 5000, a personal deleter 4000, better effects, and the legendary bingo pet. Plus they also added in the bingo relic to the store, so that's another pretty cool one. It's going to cost a lot of points now to get this bingo relic, because you're going to have to upgrade to the bingo rank 4 first and then pay 200 points to get the relic. And seeing as it costs 150 bingo points to upgrade to bingo rank 3, I'm thinking it costs 200 points to upgrade to rank 4. So overall now, you need 100 points for the talisman, 300 total points for the ring, 600 total points for the artifact, and 1000 total points for the relic. And it's not even a legendary, so I don't really know why. This is the hardest talisman to get in the game pretty much, and it's not even legendary. Anyways, we can take a look at all of the new challenges that we're going to be getting this week. We've got the mana usage as far as the community goals go. We'll go over those ones first. The Lucky Looter, which is loot drops with a 2% chance of low or lower. Dragon Slayer, kill some dragons in the end. That one's pretty easy. Break Ore, also pretty easy. And small adjustments, spend coins, very easy. And if the trajectory is correct, once these, if this is kind of the first time we've actually gotten the question of if on the community goals not getting to the max level, you're going to be getting double the points just for contributing. You don't even have to get top 25% to be able to do really well in this. If you can just contribute to some of these are super easy. Using mana, you can do that within like the first 5 seconds of the game. Breaking Ore, also something you can do in the first 10 seconds of the game. Spending coins on reforging, another easy one. Just doing those alone, if it ends up maxing out, that could be like 16 points a piece, which is a really big deal. And rumor has it that these are going to be across 2 weeks. So this bingo may be across 2 weeks, which means that really you should be doing this if you can help it. Even if you just do the community goals, and you can do these first 3, not even worry about dragons or looting 2% or lower drops. Honestly, the 2% or lower one you can also do. Just go kill some zombies, some zombie villagers specifically, and drop some poisonous potatoes. That'll be something you can do to participate in that. And then you may be getting 16 points a piece from each one of these. And that alone is going to be enough for some really good stuff here in the shop. So I do recommend just at least popping in and getting some of this here, because that is going to get you a decent chunk of money. Literally spending like a good 15-20 minutes can get you a lot of money here. Now, wearing 4 pieces of the minor armor set, that one also pretty easy, just killing the zombies in the deep caverns. You can get through this one. It'll take a little bit, but across 2 weeks, that's not going to be that difficult. Reach a non-cosmetic skill average of 19. Now, this one I usually struggle with, but for a lot of these other challenges, you are going to want to get to the Crimson Isle anyways, so reaching combat 24 is going to be something that you're really going to aim for. And across 2 weeks, you can get so much experience from enchanting, it's ridiculous. So that is really going to be helpful. And getting into the Dwarven Mines and getting into some of the commission milestones and things will also help you out with your XP. So definitely recommend going for this one if you can help it. And then an Armadillo Egg, equip a common or higher tiered Armadillo pet. That one may be a little difficult. Getting your hands on an egg is sometimes difficult, but another one of the challenges in the future is get a nucleus run. So if you complete a nucleus run, you have a decent chance of getting an Armadillo Egg. So hopefully you'll be able to get your hands on one easily. Then there's the Fishy Collection, collect 15 unique trophy fishes. That's another thing that you have to do with the Crimson Isle, so getting your fishing level up is also something you'll be doing. Sacrifice a piece of dragon armor in the Draconic Altar. Okay, now this one's going to be interesting, because another one of the challenges here, if I can find it, is kill a fully healed zealot in one hit. So if you kill a zealot in one hit, then you'll be able to zealot grind, And if you can drop 2 eyes and help place for a dragon, then you're guaranteed to get an armor piece, or at least you've got a really high chance of getting an armor piece. Some people get fragged, but the odds of you getting an armor piece are very high. And then you can sacrifice that at the Draconic Altar when it's almost the end of the challenge. Then there's getting the Nucleus run completed. That one is going to be a little difficult, especially with the Sapphire Crystal. I really hope that they make some changes to Sapphire Crystal in the future, but for now, with the way it is, it's very difficult to do Nucleus runs on Bingo and the Crystal Hollows, but hopefully you'll be able to get lucky. Obtain 10 unique pets. That one's going to be a little bit of a challenge. If we have Diana elected in this time, then that'll help, which odds are we will. We're going to have like 3 or 4 mayors elected during this point, so hopefully we get a Diana during that time. And then you also want to go for Grandma Wolf Pet, Bee Pet, Rock Pet, maybe Dolphin if you can help it, Enderman Pet, Armadillo Pet, and then take advantage of as many Oringo visits as you possibly can, because every time he visits, that's a chance for you to get 2 unique pets if he comes with a common and uncommon. Those are really easy to get your hands on, so I do recommend going for Oringo events when he's here. Reach level 5 for the Broodfather Slayer boss, so that one's going to be a little bit difficult. It is going to take some time spent, but if we have enough endgame players who aren't doing Bingo, still just running around and doing Tarantula Slayer, then you should be able to reach this one. Even if you just have a friend who has a Hyperion who needs to get some Spider Slayer done, just have them help you out as you're doing this, and you'll be able to reach this in probably an hour or 2. Then there's reach 200,000 Redstone collection. That is a lot of Redstone collection, but if you put enough minions down, Redstone is one of the best things to do for a minion. They can grind it up super easily. Main thing is having compactors and super compactors in there if you can help it, but that one should be able to do in 2 weeks. Now, we aren't 100% certain on this 2 weeks deadline, but if the 2 weeks deadline does exist, this is going to be really nice. Now, the impossible one, wear 8 pieces of Arachne's armor. Getting the equipment for Arachne's armor is one of the most difficult things to do right now. I don't know anybody who's done it, mostly because it's not good, and it is soul bound. So even though you're on a Bingo profile, you have the same odds as everybody else, but you got to kill keepers to get the equipment, and keepers don't spawn that often, and the drop rate from the keeper is like a 5% chance. So it's very, very slim that you're going to get any pieces of Arachne's armor. So good luck with that one. Then there's reach 3,000 ink sac collection. Honestly, you might be able to do this as you're getting your skill average up by fishing, but 3,000 ink sac collection is a lot of collection, especially considering that no minions are going to be able to help you out with this one. You're going to have to do this completely manually. If you do go for this, I do recommend fishing in the park with rain if you can help it. I know that if you're on Bingo, you're not going to be able to pay for it, but if you can find a lobby where it's raining, that is really going to help you out, because those night squids are going to be a big deal. And then also reinvesting your ink sacks into dark bait, because that is also going to help you with your ink collection, but that's a big one. Now, find a fairy soul in a dungeon. That one should be pretty easy. If we're getting to the Crimson Isle for some of these other challenges, you're going to be high enough combat level to be able to handle dungeons, and you just kind of got to get lucky and find a room with a fairy soul in it. Pretty easy on that one. Now, kill a fully healed zealot in 1 hit. With the Void Sword added in to the game, I do think this is going to be pretty easy, especially considering another one of the challenges is wear 8 pieces of the end armor set. If you can get to that first and then worry about this second, then you should be able to handle it yourself. Then obtain Skyblock level 50. Not that difficult. I think you can definitely do this in 2 weeks. I've shown a lot of strategies recently on my channel on how to get Skyblock levels fast. You guys know the moves, but honestly, just follow that, and then mainly doing fairy souls, that's a big one. Doing your experiment table every day, making sure that you have your Bingo pet equipped at all times, that's going to be a big one. And this, honestly, it's going to be not that difficult. I really don't think it'll be that bad. The struggle will be choosing between this and your redstone collection, because if you can manually grind some of your redstone collection and let minions work on other collections, that is really going to help you out with your Skyblock level, and I do recommend doing that if you can. Now, crafting a Talisman of Power, that one is going to take a bit of time. You are going to have to go into the Crystal Hollows to get your hands on this, and honestly, just kind of opening as many chests as you can. If you can get your hands on a Pico Nimbus and grind it out yourself, then great, but if not, you're going to have to kind of just get lucky and find some really good chests. Then we've got the wear the Ender Armor set, check. Craft an AOTE. Now, if you guys don't know, the AOTE is pretty high in Ender Pearl collection, 25,000. So you're gonna need some end minions for that, or grind it out yourself, which honestly, if you're killing a bunch of zealots to get the eyes so that you can get a dragon armor piece, then that might not be too bad of a strategy. You may be able to get a decent amount of ender pearls on your own that way, but this one is going to be a bit of a challenge. Now, killing a Skatha, honestly, that one shouldn't take too long. Getting a Skatha to spawn, even on a low level profile, it can't take longer than an hour, I don't think. If you're really doing the right strategy and you've got a decent mining speed, then spawning a Skatha and killing a Skatha should be pretty easy. It may take a little longer than an hour, but I don't think it'll be that bad. Now, unlocking an Emerald Dungeon chest. Emerald Dungeon chests do cost a little bit of money. I don't think it's complete garbage, but especially considering how easy Arachne grinding is now, I really do recommend just pushing in and fighting Arachne, getting your soul string drops so that you can get a little bit of money out of that, and then using that to open your emerald chest. Then I do recommend doing obtaining a blue belt. That's another thing that we have to do on the Crimson Isle. This one should be pretty easy. It's not too difficult to get to blue belt rank from dojo. If you don't like one challenge, just skip it and you can probably get it by getting the other challenges up. But really, this one is up to personal preference, as well as honestly doing any of this bingo stuff. I really do think it's going to be worth it. Even if you just pop in and do the community goals, then I definitely recommend doing at least that, because that can make you at least 1,000,000 coins just doing that. Even if they end up, I can't remember if they're going to give you 8 for contributing or if it's like 16. Either way, it's going to be a lot of points that are going to matter a lot later on. And at the least, that's going to be like a quarter of a bingo talisman. So that alone is worth like 5,000,000 coins. But I do recommend doing at least that. If you want to go above and beyond, and you can, then I do think that's going to be worth it as well. Let me know what you guys think of this update and how far you think you're going to be able to get. Hope y'all have a great rest of your day, and God bless.